Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, this doesn't work. And welcome to this morning's edition of Don't Sleep on the Dallas Cowboys, because you literally can't sleep on the Dallas Cowboys. Things happen late at night, late in the evening, first thing in the morning, so you want to be up to speed with all that is America's team. Hang on a second here. Lord knows I didn't sleep on the Cowboys last night. I have been taking care of some barbecue here in the rain. We've got rain that should be ending this morning here in Washington, D.C. And tomorrow it's not going to rain, but it's going to be about 53 degrees is going to be the high. And it's going to be windy. So they're talking about wind gusts up to 40 miles an hour. Yeah, that makes it a little harder for the tarps. You can see my breath this morning? Yeah, it's definitely a little chilly, but take a look here, guys. We've got these port shoulders have been in for about 8 hours. I'm going to give you a quick peek. I shouldn't open it up, but I got to get some more wood chips in the bottom, but I want you guys to take a look. Look at that. Ooh, Nelly. Got to put my thermometer in one of these guys. There we go. So we got to get these up to 195 degrees, and they'll be like perfect. But man, tell me that didn't look pretty. Tell me that doesn't look good. Now, shout out to everybody who made a donation to help cover the cost for buying all the food and everything else. I appreciate the support. I could not do it without you guys. Sorry I don't have the list in front of me, but I'll do a shout out later on today. This weekend is all about the Dallas Cowboys. Follow along, guys. I'm going to have some special treats for you guys today. We're going to be giving you more than what you usually get from most YouTube channels. But before I get talking about our Cowboys, let me put some people in some thoughts and prayers. My ex-wife called me this morning. She's having emergency kidney stone surgery. So she's having problems with kidney stones and stuff, and this is like the third operation for her. So Michael's got to go down and spend some time with her, take care of the dogs and things. So prayers to her. My buddy Leon, you'll remember, Leon is still in a medically induced coma, and he has good days and bad days. They're hoping that they can get him to the point where he'll be able to leave the hospital maybe in a month or so and go to a rehab facility. But there's so many of you out there, and it's funny because it's not funny, but I always say there's two worlds. There's social media, and then there's real life. What you see on social media is always the best facade and things. People don't want to put themselves out there like they really are. They want to make sure everybody looks like, oh wow, you're doing great, you're doing fantastic, I want to be you. I'm real. What you see with me, look, nappy hair, you'll see scruffy face, probably stains on the shirt. You meet me in real life, I'm the same person. Not that I'm saying there's anything wrong with that, but people have issues and problems and things that you just don't know about. I know, like Karen, great follower, great fan of Jobu Sports for years. She's dealing with the hurricane issue as well as many, many others. Put those guys in your thoughts and prayers, because people have lost everything. Some of them have lost loved ones. They've lost their homes and everything. And I can't even imagine what that feels like. So we need to go through and we need to support people like that. There's Yvonne that has, medical issues, that she's in a wheelchair and things like that. And she's working to try and get better. So think about your fellow man and things. But here we have Redskins Cowboys. It's going to be cold, kind of cold. It'll be a little chilly. Like I said, it'll be in 50s around kickoff, and it'll drop down into the 40s and stuff. We're going to be out there proud and strong. I'll have a heater out there for everybody. We'll be in green lot A. But I think this is going to be one of those old-fashioned slug matches. I think we're going to see a lot of running. I think we're going to see a lot of defense. And hopefully in the end, we'll be able to pick up and get a victory. Sean Lee. Sean Lee's practiced all week. He's chomping at the bit to get back out there. The team, I believe, plans on playing him. It's interesting because a bunch of people have said, we should trade Sean Lee. Well, Sean Lee's great. Make no mistake about it. If Sean Lee didn't have the injury history that he has, he'd be a Hall of Famer, without a doubt. He is honestly that good. His instincts, his knowledge, his abilities have been second to none. But for whatever reason, some guys just have this injury history, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. You look at a quarterback like Sam Bradford. Lord knows, oh, he's got bird legs. Maybe that's part of the problem with his legs, because my arms are bigger than his legs. But Sean Lee, you hate what he's had to go through with his injuries, because you know that guy literally gives it all and is a warrior and is everything that you want as far as a football player. So people say, well, maybe we ought to try and trade him, get a wide receiver. Well, let's be honest now. A 32-year-old linebacker with an injury history is not a lot of trade value. You're better off keeping Sean Lee with that knowledge and everything else. Him being on the sidelines to help teach a Van Der Esch to be part of the rotation for as much as he can is much more valuable. It's going to make that defense that much stronger, as well as being able to take an injury better than without him. You don't want to get too thin. In this day and age, it's difficult just to have quality starters at every position. It's a luxury right now what we have at linebacker, and that's one of those things that you need to happen if you want to make a run as far as in the playoffs. You need to have some quality people that are ready to back up. It's next man up. We found out last year we had put Chaz Green in there. When Sean Lee went out last year, we didn't have quality people in there to take over. I got to get these chips in here. Hold on a second. Wrong door. We'll turn the camera down here. The only drawback to this smoker is it's not a big pan for the chips. So you end up having to refill this. And what I do, I actually use some oak charcoal and actually the wood chips together. And then I'll put some really smaller pieces of wood in there as well. So every few hours you got to go ahead and add some more chips in there, because you can't put real big ones up in there. But that's good smoke right there. But the good thing about this thing is it keeps the temperature dead on what you set it. So you don't have to worry about, did I put too much wood in it? You know, do I have to go stoke the fire? All you got to really worry about is making sure you put more chips in there. So that way it'll keep on smoking. Surprisingly enough, wow. 8 hours in, I'm actually up to 174. That's actually pretty good. Actually 9 hours in. We put them in at 11, so it's about 8 now. So that last 20-25 degrees is real slow. So maybe about 1 or 2 o'clock today these will be ready, which will be great. But you want to have, back to Sean Lee, you want to have that veteran presence, that guy who goes to battle, that knows everything, even if he's not playing. That's one of the reasons why I was looking at Earl Thomas, because you have a guy like that who knows all the ins and outs and all the secrets. Right now we got so many young guys. They're a bunch of packed. Okay. Somebody walking their dog over there. I thought they were yelling at me. I thought she said, "Hey, Daddy," but she was talking to her dog and stuff. But you want to have that veteran that has that leadership, that has that knowledge, that's been there. Because you got a bunch of young pups that are, you know, ready to go around like a bunch of crazed wolves and things like that. But sometimes you need that guy to say, "Hey, buddy, slow down. This is what you got to do. This is what they're coming at you." And you get that mixed together, I'm telling you, that's something special. And when I was talking about Earl Thomas before, that's one of the reasons why I wanted him on the team, because he knew the system. He can be a mentor for the young guys and things. And that's one of the things I think that's been lacking, especially with Dak Prescott. Having a veteran quarterback who's seen so much to be there in his ear. You cannot underestimate that value. Isn't that beautiful, guys? Isn't that beautiful? Well, I got to make a run to Restaurant Depot. Got to make a run to BJ's. I got to get my chicken wings. Got to get my hot sauce. Got to get my breading. Got to get my hamburger. Got to get my beans. Got to get the stuff for chili. Woo! I got a long day. But be prepared, guys. There'll be lots of videos so that way you can see what's going on. And I have a special treat for everybody later this afternoon. Thank everybody for all the support. And remember, keep everybody in your prayers, man. We want everybody out there to do well. I'm Mark Holmes. And I'm smoking some hogs. See you soon.